Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Train. I took a little break in between the last episode and this episode. You guys won't know this, but I basically am recording these all in bulk, just trying to finish the game out. And I kind of just sent a message like saying, hey, I got this far into the game. Is there anything that should I be, or not even really asking for spoilers or anything. But somebody then told me I should check inside the game files. Well, if I go to, and I search, I don't know where it is. I can't remember where it was. I think it was under... I just remember seeing something. I never commented on it, but I don't know where it is. Yeah, okay. So essentially there was a couple things that popped up. Yeah, a traceback file got installed. It just was called traceback. And I'm just going to read to you what it says. It was basically, it's just called traceback notepad. I'm sorry, but an uncut exception occurred. And then it says while running game code. And then restart top context. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I could probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Aha, well here goes nothing. And then it restarts the game. And in the game files, it shows the characters' obviously images under files. Sayori is gone. Just non-existent. So... yeah. Well, I've already gone down the road that kind of starts off with this. I'm going to go with... it seems like it's really a 50-50 here. But... I still want to try and stick with staying with Yuri. Doki Doki. Vitality. And I guess... God. Alright, so we're back in. We're on episode 5 now. Oh, fucking hell. She does. The thing is, she doesn't fade into existence like the other characters. She just pops up. Gotta say, you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging. What the fuck just happened? Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Thank you, dive headfirst to the literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, the fuck? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan on just coming here or drag out or hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I can't read it. So you find yourself seeing Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, and Nasuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Ryan. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Nasuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You really don't want to, but then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. Let's try and be a part of this club. See, if I don't read it often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I shall be a start on something you might like. He reached in her bag and pulled out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I did have to take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Did the class just tilt? That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Oh, whoops, I missed a little bit there. Yeah, who cares? I can't help but notice her intense expression like he was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Nasuki was rummaging around in the closet. I'm going to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch clips of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She used another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second, but that only makes it harder for me to see her in the book. Sorry! I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, and I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? We already saw this a little bit, but she went to the bookstore. I don't know what happens after that. I just basically was watching up until the point where I was basically at, and then I was watching as I go whenever I recorded. But I've recorded these last... Basically, episode 2 onwards, I've been recording all in one session, so I'm going to just try and finish the game out. Something fairly obvious here that your ears are telling me, but I decided to let it go. Definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. I'm going to reopen that... Doki... You just go Steam first. Minimize that just in case I need it for later. Once I just pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. I wanted to open up that file where I found that trace back. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. The facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them too. Ooh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark. You made something that was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. She starts sounding recluse on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just that this kind of story, it's kind of challenges you to look at it from a strange new perspective. When horrible things have to happen, that's just someone wants to be evil, because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. What the fuck? Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. I don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When other things in the books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets... I looked away for half a second. That's kind of forget to pay attention, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's electrical after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it then, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I say it, alright? I'm going to see next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. They just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything, alright? Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. Soon to reading company. As I can feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. She's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the... What the fuck? You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? Don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Wow, it even cuts it off like it normally would. Yeah, this should work, right? I set my desk until it look at Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. It's a cute picture. I like this. It's cute. Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I see with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides her thumb after as it flips to her side. But in holding like this, we're held even closer than before. My fingers still fucking cramping up. Which kind of distracts me. It's a physical war with Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page? Sorry. I got a bit distracted for a second. That's over Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've become so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me. So I turn it by my own volition. I'm just constantly checking this folder thinking, oh, they're going to be adding more. Continue the first chapter in silence. I actually do need to hold on before I do anything. Before I progress, I need to... My dog's barking at something. I want to see what he's barking at, if anything, at all. So I'm going to quickly check that. Because it's dark out here, bud? Is that why? It's dark out here and there's no one here? Yeah, no, it's okay. Just with me. Here, let me turn the light on. There you go. Is it dark? You want me? Here, actually, let me put it back before we go. I'm realizing I should have paused the recording because that's the thing I can do now. But at the same time, I'm just kind of lazy and didn't want to have to press the pause button. So let's crank the text speed down a little bit lower just so I can try and keep up. You're gonna hear him barking. I don't know why. Come here, buddy. Come here. He doesn't want to come over. Reading the first chapter in silence. Humans are turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I'll be right back. And we should be back. Hopefully that went off seamlessly and that didn't break anything. I think my dog just wanted a little bit of food. My thumb gently let go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a little silly thought, but main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't like this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she said guesses things, and all that and all. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. Thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Breathing is a little... Wait, breathing? Puts her hand on her chest as to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Ryan? Something happened just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does it sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a boss, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. I guess Natsuki, since Yuri's not here. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I share mine with her first. What the fuck? Okay, fuck me. Alright, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve on, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Yep, we read this one. So I thought you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Yeah, it's kind of the same exchange as last time. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. In this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. And the other nice thing about sobriety is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. So I had to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but I'm just feeling proud that I wouldn't take that away from her. Monica, I guess, since Yuri's not back yet. Hi, Ryan. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Ryan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Good job, Ryan. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go over something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep our expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Ryan, this is full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. There's so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. Well, she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. Just really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. As she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, go start sharing your poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. Suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Let's read it then. I think it's the one we read last time. So what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. But I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's right tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If I try to make a purpose, and you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Hi, Teddy. Come here. Come here. He's opened my door and ran away. He's opened a crack so at least he can know so he knows I'm here. The only thing about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. But Yuri's the only one left. I'm always checking to see if... He's barking again. pause the recording. Hold on. Alright, we're back. I don't know what he wanted, what Teddy wanted, but he's up on the bed with me now, so let's hop back into this. Oh, before I do, real quick, there wasn't a cut there. I went back into the skip button. And went back into the files that I was talking about for Doki Doki. And there's a thing called Happy Thoughts. And it's a PNG and it's a little picture. And I'm curious what these other two are. But those were modified earlier. This is my fact today. Log. Interesting. Interesting. There's whole loads of weird things getting generated today. Anyway, who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. So Yuri's poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers my mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. Hey. He's going to hate me. You didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Use of imagery and metaphors are great. You've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Hi, buddy. That's my first time, really? Huh? He's right next to me. Come here. Put my phone here. Come here. Come here. Hi. Hi. Suka boy. Suka boy. Yeah, so you're hearing little sneezes and maybe little like sounds that aren't me. They sound kind of dog-like. He's right next to me. He's old. He's an old puppy. He stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Mary tries to find an excuse. She traces her finger along her words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. When we've been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. The most thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. That's up to everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. So you can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing herself, to me, or to Nusuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'm not sure my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yeah, same as last time. I'm sorry I have such Samuel handwriting. No, you don't. I wasn't thinking at all. Yeah, since this is all the same kind of thing, but I still want to read it through. Teddy, come here. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Teddy, stop it. You're into Ghost Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about Ghost at all, Ryan. Teddy, what do you want? You want down now? You want to get down? Let me get him down real fast. It will take me only a few seconds. back down. Get down here. Down you go. I don't know what he wants exactly. And he keeps begging and barking, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Oh my god. How long has OBS been recording for, actually? 30 minutes, and he's barking like crazy. Let me pause the recording real fast, and then I'm going to go walk him, and I'll be back and maybe record for another 15 minutes. Alright, after a quick little walk with my dog, and he has some treats, hopefully that shuts him up. We're back. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. These you do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort and unable to let go of the past. Turn my AC, not that loud. Hopefully, anyway. I seem to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, so nah. Anyway, I'll probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah. You know, I was very nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Ryan. Ah. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. I was a little more stressed than I anticipated. Since if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Weird music note I heard there. I sigh. I guess that's what I'm getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange each pair, showing their respect. Oh, here we go again. Sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch either expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Where's this cute? Cute? Did you completely miss symbolism or something? It's really about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Ryan did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Ryan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Tuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. I'm gonna pause recording. He's barking again. And we're back. I think I fixed the problem that he had. Is he off? Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri signed up as well. Maybe we're just showing that Ryan appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how you don't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. Well, full of myself. I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically were size bigger as soon as Ryan started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you want to be... Oh my god. Edgy? Sorry, that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? This thing that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You can have a toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. You get yourself on that edge area. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Ryan hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns to me and she just knows I was standing here. Ryan? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. It's making me agree with Natsuki. Monica? Hey, Ryan? Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably the better for us to stay out of this. Alright, I'm gonna pause recording real fast again because he's still barking for some reason. My god. Doctors won't shut up. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, this makes you want to spend less time with the others, and that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. So he runs out of the classroom. Quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Ryan? Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. You know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Ryan. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have any choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate you Okay. Scars. Universe. Crimson. Vertigo. Intellectual. Destiny. Landscape. Adventure. Oh, whoops. Vastus. Graveyard. Death. Lust. Another day passed and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable with the past couple of days and Yuri Clubber than the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Ryan. Oh, hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression. The weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glanced over his shoulder looking around the room. Tsuki's reading manga at the desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls it to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. Something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Suki isn't well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I can tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. I'm gonna check the files again. Oh, new file. It's just called I. It says, I hate this. I can't do anything, nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It'd be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but what would it mean? But that would mean I wouldn't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Is that Monica talking? I assume it popped up when... What's her face? When Monica popped up. Whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. They already had decided there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Ryan, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I don't know, all of a sudden my mouse won't work on it. Oh my god, here he goes again. I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... Sorry, what am I saying right now? I'm just gonna close the door and let him bark. At this point, I don't care. Just let him bark. Hey, have you guys seen Monica? Ah! No, I haven't. I was just kind of wondering where she was. And, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't seen either. Yuri's really taken aback by how calmly Nosuke is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. No, it's stupid. I can't help but worry a little. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Nosuke, about yesterday. Just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Eh? Jeez. Whatever was on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. The kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... I accept your apology if it makes you feel better about it. But it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid of you secretly hated me or something. I'm uncomfortable. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Suki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, a door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Suki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell, at least. Must have heard since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. No, don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Waiting for him to bark. Okay, it does get picked up. I apologize for that. I'm just going to let him bark. I just don't know what to do at this point. I've just been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't lay you down, Ryan. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Just have to bring up anything that the three of us just talked about. Besides, Suki had already run off into the closet. Ryan? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. Plan down anyway. Okay. Can we start now? I'm trying a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's good to see you have so much energy. Yeah. but... Oh, whoops. Went a little too fast. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Yep, we've seen this before. Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make me reading time any better is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Following watches Yuri to a small pitcher from the shelf with a kind of filter attached and he holds it for a second. Sure. Yuri hands to the water pitcher and also fires an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and I'll go get some water. My dog continues to bark and literal air. Hold on, I'm gonna... What are you barking at? You literally said I was gonna come confront you, but what are you barking at? What? He just looked at me and made that noise. And then he's looking at me again. What? My goodness. It's like I've done everything he wants. I don't know what he wants. I've taken him for a walk, gave him food, gave him water. I don't know what he wants. To me, watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves, contrary to speaking mannerisms, such because her long legs are appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri's out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Look it down here. Do you want to smell the mouse? There you go. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna go solve this real fast. One last pause, hopefully. Alright, so I'm back. I'm gonna save here for now. Mostly because my dog is kind of being annoying. As you can still hear, he's barking like crazy. So I'm just gonna save here, end the episode off, and yeah, because I don't know what exactly he wants, but he just seems to want to just bark his head off, so I'm gonna go play with him for a little bit. Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like if you want to see more from me. Be sure to subscribe. Click the bell so you don't miss any videos. Follow me on social media down in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video or live stream of whatever I decide to make. Have a good day, everybody.
The wolf remains one of his most feared enemies.